Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. This is your boy Polo with Polo Fields Lawn Service. I hope that you all are having a blessed day today. As you all can see, it's fall time. The leaves are turning, it's starting to get a little bit cool, and it's time to do what we call putting the lawn to bed. Now, what I mean by putting the lawn to bed is giving the lawn its final application of the year before the ground freezes. Now, the ground is going to freeze in different times depending on where you're located at. Of course, it's going to freeze earlier in New York than it is in Kentucky. And it's going to freeze earlier in Kentucky than it will in the Carolinas. So make sure that you get your fertilizer down before the ground freezes. Now, the fertilizer that I'm going to be using is Protene. It's a fertilizer that comes from Pete's lineup. It's a 19-0-19. It basically has 19% nitrogen and 19% potassium. It has some sulfur and it has some iron in it. It's going to basically help that thing stay green and keep its green color for the whole entire winter and going into spring. Now, if you do have a warm season lawn, which some people do have Bermuda lawns and mixed in with their tall fescue in the transition zone, yeah, the Bermuda is just going to turn brown because the Bermuda doesn't like cold temperatures. Now, if you have a warm season lawn, which a lot of people in the transition zone may have Bermudagrass, your grass is going to turn brown. It's not going to be green in the wintertime. It's basically going into dormancy. And it doesn't mean that it's dead. It's just that Bermudagrass do not like cold temperatures. So this is not referring to you if you have a Bermuda lawn. So if you have a cool season lawn and your lawn is green now and you want to keep it green throughout the winter time, this is what you need to do. Of course, what I'm going to be using is the Permagreen, the Triumph. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to put it on my test plot. Now, you're not going to be able to see the results now, but I will update you all in December and January and let you know how it looks, show you how the color is and those things. And then when we come around to March and April of next year, I'll update you all again and just let you know how the fertilizer is performing and how it's taking in the grass and just overall how the lawn looks. But this is what I'm going to be using. Yes, I just had to wash it off because I've been using this thing all day today. And I tell you what, I feel good to be riding on that thing and not pushing something. So let's skip past all of that and let's get straight to the fertilizer. I am all done, you all. See how quick that was? That's why you got to get your Permagreen. Now, you don't have to use the fertilizer that I use. I just was using that fertilizer as a demonstration in this video. Now, if you want to use that, only thing you got to do is just go over to Pete's website. All you got to do is go over to Pete's website, which is GCI Turf. And you can get that fertilizer. It's a 19-0-19. Remember, you want to put that thing down before the ground freezes. You can use whatever you want to use. And Peter tell you too, use whatever fertilizer you want to use. If that thing's got some good nitrogen in it and it's got some good potassium in it, you're good to go. You don't need any phosphorus in it because you're not necessarily trying to grow roots and deepen roots when the ground is almost about to freeze. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure that you put that down. If you put that down at the right amount of time, your lawn will stay green in the winter time. Now, if you put that thing down at okay, I just got squirrels, I got motorcycles, I got everything going on. It's telling me to wrap this video up. So if you put that thing down, your lawn will stay green in the winter time, especially if you have a cool season lawn. If you got a warm season lawn and you're in a transition zone and your grass is turning brown, this ain't for you, because your grass is not going to be green. So make sure that you get you down a good fertilizer before the ground freezes. That's what we call putting the lines to bed. And I guarantee you that as you go through December and January and February, your line is going to be green. And when that ground starts to warm back up, when we get into March, into April, your grass is gonna be the first grass that's gonna be money green on the block. Or should I say, Polo green. This is Polo with Polo Fields Line Service, and y'all know I gotta end with that catchphrase. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Just know that we working.
Skirt.